Hello. Hello, friends. Hello. What is today? Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Hope you did have an awesome day. Doing a little late night crafting. So I figured while I was gonna do a couple things in here, I'd jump on and do a quick little live with you guys to say hello. Make sure everybody's good. Plus, I was going through the website, my website, and I found that there are some like amazing sales going on. So I wanted to like use a couple of these things while these like phenomenal sales are going on. But anyway, as you jump in, be sure to say hello. I would greatly appreciate that. And if you're ever so inclined and you'd like to, share our crafting fun with your friends, just hit that little arrow. I would ever so much appreciate that as well. But anyway, we are going to make a couple little beverage holders. I've got a coffee mug here. I haven't done coffee mugs in a long time. And I actually, I think I'm just going to cut this. I actually got a, you know what? I think I was telling you guys about that. We didn't put a design on it, but we used it for something sometime. But anyway, I got a couple coffee mugs in a gift kind of a basket thing at a local trivia night. And so I've decided that I want to kind of spruce them up. So my thought with this is a brand new color. It's our new ink. I haven't even opened it up yet, and I cannot wait to use it because if you know me, well, you know that pale purples are my absolute favorite color. Okay. Guys, I went and got my nails redone, and they are much, much easier to work with, but I don't know. You would think after months, at this point, I would be used to it. I'm still not, but that's okay. We're working through it. It's all good. It's a small price to pay to have pretty nails. You just have to work through it in our crafting. So anyway, like I was saying, if you know me well, you know that pale purples are my absolute favorite of the colors. And we finally came out with, I mean, they didn't ask, but I feel like they made this color just for me. I mean, they didn't, obviously. It's a beautiful spring color for everyone. But this is seriously like my favorite color. It's called Lilac. And so we've got like lighter purples in paste, but we finally have one in ink. So I am excited about it. So anyway, like I was saying, we've got our brand new color here called Lilac. It's an in vogue color too, I do believe. So it's a temporary like spring color. So I actually need to like order another jar of it because when it's gone, I am going to be sad. And inks last, I swear, like years and years and years. So even if I order it now, I'll still be able to use it like 3 years down the road. I have inks that I still use from when I first started using these Couture products like 5+ years ago, and they still work great. You know, stir them up and you're good to go. Make sure you keep your lids on them, you know, do your like what you're supposed to do, and it's all good. But anyway, enough about that. Like I said, welcome. My name is April. You're watching my channel, Chalking Up the Walls. I greatly appreciate that. And you are in my craft realm, which is like one of my most favoritist places to be on the planet. I love my craft room. I'm very fortunate in that I have an entire room that I was able to, I mean like a bedroom style room, that I was able to dedicate to my crafts. So one of these days, actually probably never, but ideally maybe one of these days I can take, you around a short little tour of it. It is a hot mess, always is a hot mess. It's a craft room. There's stuff everywhere because I have all these great ideas. So I lay out all these projects, and then when I sit down to do something, I'm like, I want to do this instead. So then there's just stuff everywhere. But it's an organized hot mess. Like, I know where the things are. So it's okay. But anyway, let's get to this. Some late night crafting. Or not like late night, but evening crafting. I'm excited. I spend a lot of my evenings in here, so this isn't totally out of the norm for me. But anyway, let's get to it. You guys are excited, I'm sure, to see what's happening. All right, so I went ahead and actually already cut the transfer apart, and I will apologize because I'm sure the words are going to be backwards for you, but I will just tell you. Okay, so this is like our smallest of the sizes. It's a small little transfer. Like I said, heavily discounted right now. Perks and designer pricing, I think it's like $1 something, right? They're very inexpensive for these reusable transfers, so I need to sit down and like check out what I can get. But anyway, this one says Giggle Water, which I think is hilarious, and it's actually the name of this transfer is Giggle Water. And then this part says, let me drink about it. Okay, so Giggle Water, I think they are referring to, you know, beverages of sorts. So I'm going to put that design on a koozie cup because I want a new koozie cup to take down to my camper. I'm like super excited. Camping season is getting ready to go. So this is all about things that are going to the camper. And then coffee mug. And that's where I'm going to put the let me drink about it. I'm going to do them both in our lilac ink since this is a fabric and this is ceramic and I want to be able to wash this. I mean, I won't dishwash it because I don't have a dishwasher in my camper. I will hand wash it, but I want that ink to stay on here. So I'm using ink products instead of our paste, and it's gonna be awesome, y'all. So if you have been watching for a little while, you have seen me make a koozie before. I love making koozies. They're quick, they're easy, they're personable, they're inexpensive to make. I buy blanks on Amazon and I get like a whole package of them. They're very inexpensive. They're super fun. And you can make them kind of say whatever, you know, design you want, which is fun. So we're going to do Giggle Water on the koozie, and then we're going to do the let me drink about it on my coffee cup. So I am going to have a personalized, made by me container for my, let me think about this. I drink my coffee like this. So I want it to go here. My morning beverage, and then my like afternoon, evening beverage, all with the same transfer. And like I said, I do need to fuzz this a little bit though for the ceramic. This transfer is like super discounted right now. So I almost need to get on there and like grab another one so I can make a handful of these for my friends down at my camper, or any of my friends for that matter. Because I just think the let me drink about it is hilarious. That would work well for your afternoon, evening beverages as well. But I wanted to do one of each, and I thought that this made more sense. Because don't get me wrong, I love my coffee, but unless you add something to it, I don't know if you'd necessarily consider it to be Giggle Water. I mean, whatever. It could be, but I just thought this made more sense. All right, back to it. Drink your coffee this way, so it needs to go down like this. All right, so we're just going to take our sticky transfer, put it down on our coffee cup, and get it smoothed out. So with the coffee cups, or any ceramics that you want to be permanent, you obviously want to use your ink. Come on now. Let me start on one end. I think that might work out better for me. And press it down, and we may have to do it in sections because it is obviously a curved surface. So, you know what? That's what we're gonna do. Let's just start on one end here, and we can just press it down as we go. But anyway, like I was saying, so with your ceramics, once you get your design on there, just like anytime you use ink, you need to let it completely dry. Okay, that's good. Okay, you need to let your ink completely dry, and then with coffee cups, ceramics, any of that kind of stuff, we're going to, all right, we're just going to start covering while I talk. You're going to let it dry. Then you're going to put it in an oven. Put it in cold. Let it get up to, I believe it's 375. I'll have to like look it up because it's been a little while since I've done one. You let it get up to, I believe it's 375. And then you turn your oven off. And then you leave your ceramic in there until it completely cools back down, and that's what heat sets it. So like when we're doing our fabrics, like our shirts and that kind of stuff, you know, we use our heat press, but obviously we can't really use a heat press for this type of a project. All right, let's go ahead and peel this up so we can get this part kind of smoothed down. And so that's what makes the ink permanent, right, is the heat. But you can't very well take, you know, like our standard heat press, like we use for our shirts, and like really get, especially something that's, you know, curved like this, down. So you put it in an oven and bake it. And it works out like really, really well. And then they actually become dishwasher safe at that point. So you could put them in the dishwasher if you want to, or you just hand wash them. All right, so I'm gonna push like that and hope that that worked out okay. It should be just fine. All right, and then let's just cover the rest of these words. Make sure we don't have any air bubbles next to our letters. And we'll get this, and we're just covering, right? Make sure K gets covered, and then these letters down here. So your curved surfaces definitely take, you know, a little bit more thought with it and just some time. But with ink, you have plenty of time. It's no big deal. We're just gonna slowly peel it up. Make sure we've got everything covered. We had a tiny little bleed in our K, but that's gonna be okay. We'll be able to clean that up. And life will be good there. What's neat about the ink is that we can kind of let it dry and then we'll be good to go. But see, let me drink about it. Can you guys see how we kind of like smeared that K? It's not a big deal. We're going to dry it. Mostly just that K. Make sure we got that dry. And then I'll be able to take my little tool and scrape that off. Okay, check it out. Now that we've got that ink pretty much dry, I'm just gonna take this and clean off this little area here. And it will be good to go. All right. So I didn't have that letter completely pushed down all the way, but no worries. Easy to fix, just like that. And then I may have gotten just a tad bit down here smeared up, but again, easy to clean off. All right. Oh, that's gonna be super cute. Okay, we've got you down, and now let's just do our koozie, and we will be good to go. All right, same process. Squeegee. This purple is gonna look so great on this black. Okay, and then we're just gonna kind of gently go over. We're not gonna press hard because we don't want our ink to like get in between our transfer and our koozie and make for any messes. Because on the ceramic, it's like super easy to clean up if anything like kind of went awry, like you guys just saw. But fabrics, it's a little bit more challenging to clean up because once it's on a fabric, it's kind of like on the fabric. But that's okay. That's what you want. You want it to be permanent. You want it to stay there. The goal is to just make sure you only get it where you want it. All right, I think as long as we got that E good to go, All right, and we should be great. I love making these personalized koozies for like vacations and like just different occasions because like I was saying, you know, like koozie blanks are very inexpensive. So this is really fun, like for a family vacation, a girls trip, just a whatever. Your camper. All right, and slowly peel and just make sure, oh, this looks like perfect. It's definitely easier to do them on flat surfaces, but you can do them on round surfaces as I just showed you. All right, I'm gonna let this sit over here and I may even spray just a tad bit of water. And we'll clean that up here in a bit. But check this one out. Again, with ink, check your fingers. But this, again, it's gonna be backwards, so, but it does say Giggle Water. But how awesome is that pink off of this black? I think it's just beautiful. Beautiful. So, with our koozie, we do the heat set with our heat press. And with our ceramics, we bake them in the oven. Like I was saying, you just get your oven, or well, you put it in, let your oven get up to temperature, and then I believe you leave it for like 20 minutes or something like that. And then once it hits that 20-minute mark, you just turn the oven off. You don't open the door or anything. You just turn the oven off and then let it cool down naturally. And at that point, you have a ceramic cup, plate, whatever you're doing, that is officially washable. Go in the dishwasher if you choose, or hand wash it, and that ink's not going anywhere. It's like totally permanent, which is amazing. All right, so like you just saw, in order to clean these off, spray them down with a little water. I always take a paper towel and just get the bulk of the color off. And honestly, with this color being fairly light, that's probably all we really need to do. Make sure you get your silk screen completely clean. You don't want to see any color still in there. Flip it over, do that a couple times, and then let them dry, and they are ready to go for a whole new project at this point. I'm going to use the terry cloth side of my fuzzing mat. Flip them over here, let them dry naturally, and once they do that in, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, we will be good to go. I'll put them back on their backer sheet, put them back in their sleeve, and they'll be all ready for tomorrow or whenever I decide to use them again. All right, guys, what do you think? You excited to make your own coffee cups? Are you coffee drinkers? Wouldn't have to be a coffee drinker. You could put anything in a mug, right? Hot chocolate, teas, whatever you drink. You could put water in there for that matter. All right, always good practice. Make sure you cover up and close your paste and ink so they don't start to dry on you. Because that is really about the only way that they will go bad is if you let them dry out. But anyway, what do you guys think? We made a koozie for evening drinks. And we made, I have to do it this way because this is how I drink coffee. A coffee cup that says, let me drink about it, for morning drinks. I'm all ready for my first camping trip. As far as the drinks go, obviously, right? So hopefully that comes sooner than later. I cannot wait to get to the camper. I miss it so much. I miss camping. It is one of the happy places besides my craft room. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you ever so much for jumping in. Like I said, quick and easy. How you could crank out a whole bunch of these if you were having like a family trip down or a whatever, friends group or something. You could sit down here in half an hour, have enough probably for your whole crew. But anyway, all good. All right, guys, like I said, enjoy the rest of your evening. Appreciate you all. Love you all. I hope to see you back again tomorrow. I'll be here for Thrifty Thursday. I have no idea what I'm going to make. So after I get off here, I'm going to dry these a little bit more, take a cruise around the craft room, and see what I can find in the thrifty world. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. All right, bye.